Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel sesifunde iy'ncwadi ey'bhalwe ngolimi lwethu lwesiZulu bese sizala sokhuluma ngazo le ndaba esuke siyifundile. Senzela labo phela abasuke bengenasikhathi sokuthi bayifunde iy'ncwadi nalabo abasuke benqena nje ukufunda. Siyaphinda futhi sibuka ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese sizala sokhuluma ngawo lama shows. Senze ama-reviews ama-recaps bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma any other issues avukayo uma ngabe lama shows sesiwabukile kwi-TV. Uma ngabe uqala usijoyina namhlanje and you really like our content, do not forget to press the subscribe button la ngezansi bese uyaphinda futhi upress i-notification bell eduze kwa-subscribe ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. Kanjalo uma ufuna ukuba yi-member, there's a join button la ngezansi. There is also a thanks button if you want to thank the channel ngemali. Anyway, you guys, I just want to talk a little bit about into yobungoma. I think I've mentioned this on my channel a number of times. And then one thing I don't understand, I try not to judge when it comes to into thwasa, whatever, zangoma, mthandazi, whatever. I always just listen with interest, you guys, because a lot of the times I don't understand what's going on, but I'm always interested to learn, and it's always better to not judge into that you don't understand. So I listen, ngilalela abezangoma, abathandazi, ama-medium, ngibuka konke Christians, abo-Reiki laphayana, ngiyabuka everything, ngiyabuka because I want to learn, but one thing that I've always said about when it comes to izangoma, because I remember growing up, guys, there's always been a zangoma and there's always been uktwasa, but it wasn't something that happens with almost everybody. Like, wonke umuntu is thwasing, and there will be, in the community, there will be a person here and there who's and the community will be like, really, yes, uyothwasa in uyahayiza esikoleni in, but it wasn't so much, Manje, it's like everybody is going through a spiritual journey. Everyone is umthandazi. Everyone is going to ukuthwasa. What is happening? Angisabaphathi kama-celebrities, ama-slay queens ethu manje nahamba ngenyawo agqoka amapayi. Angisho ukuthi there's anything wrong, but there's just for me, the thing is, why is it happening so much now? Why is it everybody now? The other day I had I had it, not the other day, actually, maybe a few months ago, like maybe 2 or 3 days in Sukuzilandilana, I would dream of his angoma, like they say, I would dream of his angoma. And then like a group was a shy, I was shy group, and they would sing a song, Zobungoma party. It's that song that I've never heard before, but I would feel like I know it's in the dream. And I would wake up and say, hey, it was probably just a dream. Maybe I had watched the show Emini Zangom and then I'm dreaming about the same thing because that happens to me. So I would wake up like, hey, never. You must never. You must never. Because I was like, hey, why is this thing happening to everybody? But anyway, guys, there's a new YouTuber that I just discovered, but apparently she's been around for some time. Portia Mohau. And yo, guys, go watch. I can't even explain the stuff that she does. Like, I've been watching her videos, binging on her videos like crazy because, like, she tells so much stories about the dark side. As it was in yoga and all that, we always think, do these things really exist? Abantu bayathwala yini ngempela na? What happens mawuthwele and all of this stuff. She tells it like it is on her channel. She's gone through it, a lot of it. She's seen people go through it and all of that. So you can just go watch her channel. But one of the videos that she did, because she was talking about how one day she watched a woman being violated by a snake. They say if you're dating a man who has a snake, they make a snake. Instead of you being intimate with a man, you will be intimate with a snake. She said she experienced that, she saw that because this one man that she was dating wanted her to see how it's done, and they wanted her to see that he wasn't going to do that to her. She had to get some more men in the club, went home with a woman in some nice hotel, and then they had that happened. She said that happened. She saw that. When I'm watching that video, I'm thinking, but as a woman, why would you be able? At that time, she was already a sangoma. So I was sitting there thinking, as a woman, how would you be able to sit there and watch that? And how would you be able to live with that afterwards? That you saw that happen to a woman? Because she does say the following day she wakes up, the woman wakes up and she doesn't know what happened to her. She's given money like 30,000 to go back home to nail spread because I don't know, they were somewhere in Limpopo, I think. So Limpopo, because they always say Zulus pronounce Limpopo wrong. So it's not Limpopo. Forgive us. Okay. Anyway, you guys, so she goes home, this woman. So I'm sitting there thinking, how would you be able to watch that, as a woman, and just as anybody? How would you be able to live with that afterwards? But she says something that explains it for me because she says one thing about being a sangoma is that it removes your conscious, it kills your conscious, like lokuzana, guilt or unembeza awubi nawo as usangoma. It's like it's not possible ukuthi ungaba isangoma ube nonembeza at the same time. It kills it. So it teaches you ukuthi ungabi ne-guilt, ungabi nonembeza, conscious, nothing. Which explains it for me because a lot of these sangomas now, they can just freely come and say ubani bani ngizomthakatha, ubani bani ngizothini, and we're thinking, how are you going to just say that and you're not feeling guilty at all that you're saying uzothakatha ingane yomuntu ihlaye nje nawe uyibuke ube okay with that. And now for me that explains that part of it when she said that as usangoma vele awubi ne-conscience, awufeel guilty about certain things. You can watch certain things ungafeel guilty that you've seen those things or you've done izinto ey'thile, which makes sense because I guess isangoma umuntu uyafika athi ngicela umuthi ngifuna ukudlisa umuntu uyamnika, ngicela umuthi ngiyagula uyamnika, which umuntu vele onozwele and that thing, unembeza wouldn't be able to do. So for me, it was interesting that that's what I learned from that video. That's why izangoma are able to do it, that they're able to do, which now we don't understand. How do you come out here and be telling us you are going to target these two men? These two men are not going to live their free will, which it was given to them by God, and be able to live their lives the way they want to live their lives. How are you just openly going to say to us what you are going to give these two men umuthi bacontrolwe wuwe benze into efunwa wuwe? So that explains it. That was one part of it, okay. But another part of it was because in the other video she talks about how izangoma umuntu uyaba isangoma, like genuinely isangoma uthwasa ube isangoma and you can accept ukuthi no, you're just going to work, maybe see a client or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 a day and you are content with that. But a lot of the times what happens is that people have what you call it, greed, that umuntu wants to have amathwasa amaningi, afuna ukuba busy so they can make a lot of money. And you find that those sangomas will go to these African countries to get to ukuthi bayothwala, uthola ukuthi umuntu uthwala ngamathwasa ukuthi ufuna ukuba namathwasa amaningi and all of that. Here's the thing about that, you guys. Because if uyisangoma uzoya kwenza isithwalo sokuthi ube namathwasa amaningi, that means that a lot of amathwasa are going to come to you bezofuna ukuthwasiswa, so then you end up nabantu abaningi now abama-students akho lana entwasweni. Okay, now my question is, mawususithathile leso sithwalo weza naso-ke nawo untwaso yakho, and then today kufika ithwasa, and then tomorrow there's another thwasa coming, and then that day there's another thwasa coming, there's another thwasa coming. Those thwasas who come to you because of the moti that you are using, are they genuinely required ukuthi bazothwasa na? Because then you're using umuthi. Can umuthi just sukela untando that will never ever that it was never meant to thwasa, but because when unomuthi now untando runs to you to thwasa, and for me that says ukuthi maybe that is the reason why sinamathwasa mangaka, because vele labantu abathwasisayo mhlawumbe a lot of them bathwele ngokuthi bathola amathwasa amaningi. And mhlawumbe khona umuntu othwele nje ngokuthi yena ufuna ukuthwasisa ama-celebrity, and bona they think ukuthi fanele bayothwasa ngempela, genuinely they think ukuthi they should be going bayothwasa, but it's just that umuntu uthwele ngokuthwasa. And I think that's why, guys, we have to be really careful about these things because honestly, me, I would be surprised because I really think that as an adult, I know the gifts that I have. It will really surprise me now at 40 something to just learn that I'm a healer because there must have been like some signs when I was growing up, maybe in my dreams, maybe in I will foresee izinto ezingakenzeki, maybe I will pray for somebody and then they are healed while I'm growing up. And 40 for me to just come across the message ukuthi I have to go ngiyothwasa nje akaze ngize ngibe na any inclination yokuthi mhlambe kufanele ngiyothwasa. I think really nathi kufanele sicabange critically ngalezi zinto lezi ukuthi is it really me needing ukuyothwasa or ngi-influencer nje umuthi womuntu who wants me to go ngelaphayana ngiyogcwalisa intwaso yakhe because ufuna ukwenza imali with me. So it's a scary thing to think about, you guys, but there is a possibility, honestly, that is what is happening because otherwise I don't understand why it's just happening. We can't have everybody being a healer because at this point it's like everybody is a healer. If I went, I don't even want to go ngiyohlola because kushuthi uma ngayohlola la bazosufanele ukuyothwasa, but I'm learning. I was learning a lot from her videos. You guys, please go check it out. But some of the stuff, okay, if you're somebody that doesn't scare very easily, because some of the stuff that she talks about is very scary. But I guess for me, also it's good to learn these things because as is things that we come across in life. And you don't understand what's going on. People behave a certain way. You don't understand what's going on. And I think there's a lot of things that she talks about on her channel that has made me feel like I have a child that is going to be going to a tertiary institution next year, maybe, and she's gonna be free. If they're gonna be going to clubs, maybe there's certain things that I have learned that I need to warn her about. When you go to these places, you see people like this. Stay away from people that do certain things. Don't go to some hotels with some guy that you don't know. If you wake up in the morning and you don't know what happened to you, but you're feeling tired all of a sudden, there's something to check because sometimes there's certain things that happen. But her channel is very educational. She's a born again Christian, but you do not even have to believe in what she believes in to be able to learn a lot of the things that she teaches about. Anyway, check her channel, guys. Portia Mohau. I think her channel is called My Journey from Darkness to Light, I think. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegiona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ngimthanda kakhulu.